and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, and I'm here with Jana, Younes, with her movie And So Do I. Let's take a look at a clip. It's a pleasure to have you here in the studio, and you get extra thanks because you've flown in all the way from Beirut to be with us. It's a long way, and you know, just before I even get into the story of your amazing film, it's so great because we really do strive to have, you know, global stories and filmmakers, and yours certainly stood out for us. And we're so happy you took the journey to us in Los Angeles.
Thank you so much.
So thank you. But for those that haven't seen your wonderful film, tell us a brief synopsis of And So Do I.
So it's a story about a father, a paranoid father, that is embarking on a dance with his belated wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he has his daughter that is witnessing all this.
Mm-hmm.
The daughter cannot see the mother because she died. She passed away when upon delivery.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the story of this trio family that is going on.
You know, it's a beautiful story, and I, you know, I've said this before, but we don't see enough stories like this, particularly through the essence of dance, because it's so powerful. Now, obviously, you're inspired because you're an amazing dancer yourself.
Thank you.
But where did the inspiration come for you for creating the story?
So two things. The creation of the story came from the idea of this inability to forget someone who is close to your heart. And a lot of times we get into this situation because of some circumstances, and whether it's loss because of death or circumstantial loss, or, you know, people traveling, changing countries. It happens with us all the time. So the thing is, a lot of times we tend to get over it because we try to create this bubble that we live in, and we live in some sort of a denial, which is what's happening with the dad. But this is where the little girl comes in, and this is why it's very hard for him to forget.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I got just lost in the characters. You know, I was just completely you know, I love this relationships between the father and the daughter, and it was so fluid and so beautiful, and you really just felt the essence, and you didn't need the words, you know.
Exactly.
The story was clearly told,
don't.
which is a credit to you. But what is it like? Because we are used to seeing, you know, dance in live action, and we go to see it and appreciate it, enjoy it. What's the kind of difference for you, you know, as a dancer and a choreographer yourself, to then put it into a sort of like moving image in a film where it's on a big screen? What sort of challenges do you go through?
The biggest challenge is to actually make it interesting all the way through. Because even as a dancer, when I'm watching a dance film or show or performance, I need a story behind this. Otherwise, it's just gymnastics, or not that I have anything against gymnastics, but I need something more than that, so that it can hook me up for the next 14 or 15 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So unless there's a story behind whatever it is that I'm seeing, I'm just gonna watch it for the next minute and a half, 2 minutes. I mean, even the greatest performances in the world, the ones that are really catchy are the ones that make you feel, and they make you feel because there's something deeper going on beyond the movement, beyond the grand jeté, the beautiful passé, the triple pirouettes, and the beautiful ending. Because anyone can do that. I mean, not anyone, but if you get your 12 hours training a day for 10 years, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna become a good dancer. And if you're a good choreographer, it's gonna happen eventually. But what else? You know, I need to feel, and this is what I always tell everyone who just watch a dance or a film that I make. I don't want you to remember what you saw. I want you to remember what it made you feel. So, and this is what you actually remember. And most of the time, you don't remember what you saw when you actually feel. Just like when you wake up from a dream. You feel agitated. You don't really remember what the dream was about, but you have what stays is the feeling of the dream. You feel either weird or happy or scared. This is what's left, the essence, and this is what's hard to communicate.
We need another episode for life's philosophies as well, because it really makes some incredibly, you're such an intelligent filmmaker, and you really give real valid points of how we should be, what we should be recognizing in our feelings, and I think that's so important. What is next for you? What's happening? When can we see more of your work? When are you coming back to LA?
Well, I might be coming back to LA the end of January.
Fantastic.
Actually, for an LA Dance Film Festival.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah,
which
excellent.
Is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm also working on. I'm writing now. I'm scratching a new film that is also dance related, but it's not a dance film. It's actually a film that has a dance film in it.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to tackle the subject of war. Because I come from the Middle East, a lot of the films that you saw yesterday have a lot to do with war, religion, everything that's going on in this world, needless to say. So I feel like everybody is driven that way, like everyone wants to do films about war, about religion, about violence, about drugs, about this negativeness and this heaviness of the word. And I feel like this is what's selling.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is just make a film that is not about war, but actually talk about this. I mean, hey, I'm making a film and I'm using the opposition to say, come watch it, but it's not about war.
Yeah.
So
I love that. I think
it's a heavy thing.
But I think that's really wonderful, and I think going against the grain as well is really, really good, and just telling a story, and as opposed to a subject. And listen, we love your work, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure for me.
Really. Well, we love your vision, we love your storytelling, and we really want to see much more of your work. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's happening. All right, Jana, everybody, thank you very much.